Today on the channel, we're living that elephant trunk life with the Mythic Legion's figure obscura, Ganesha.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel for another figure obscura Mythic Legion's unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got a deity. We got Ganesha. But for all your Ganesha needs, make sure you're hitting up, of course, JaysToysAndGames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Shout out to Jay's Toys and Games over there. They get all the Legion and Cosmic Legion releases, and have to imagine they'll have the repaint of this one part of the retailer wave. As of right now, StoreHorseman.com is the place to get this. Depending when you're watching this, they will have another in-stock drop this week, I guess, depending when you're watching this once again. But of course, Ganesha, apples and oranges, maybe, I don't know, tomato, but Ganesha, a big elephant, a deity, of course, as we do know. Be interested to see if they carry this on with the future figure obscuras, kind of where we're seeing a Christmas story or a Christmas carol, more like it, around the holidays. Be interested to see where things go in the future. But we do know where this video is going in the future. We're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other unboxings on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's see what's up with Ganesha. Ganesha? You know what I mean. Very crazy, cool artwork on the front right here. I love the big elephant there. Of course, reminds me of course, Oakland's. And I believe, somebody fact check it, Todd. I think Ganesha was based off the Oakland's. I think that's the truth. I don't know. Somebody fact check that. You guys know how that goes. But looking very good here. A very cool regal look to him here. Ganesha right there. On the package, a little bit of statues going on there as well. And then, of course, on the back, we get war and we also get peace back here. So we got quite the readout. You can pause the video and read that if you would like to. But a lot of jibber jabber down there. But I'm here for that. We got to tell the story. You got to tell the story. Now, one thing I love about these figure obscuras is the packaging of course, the power of magnets compel us on these. We remove the front off like that. So you have a little bit of decor in the front if you want to. Or in the back, and there it is. There's the old casting couch right there. Watch out for it, but we do get a little couch right there. Use that as a background if you need to. Very, very cool, ornate packaging. There's no doubt, of course. Now, packaging, big figure here. You know I'm here for a big figure, especially a big elephant. Dare I say a hairy bipedal creature in this case here, because I've seen elephants at the zoo. They got a little bit of hair on them, that's for sure. We got some of his friends here. Of course, I'm not all into all the deities over there in India. I'm more of a Maharishi type guy, like a young George Harrison, John Lennon, Ringo Starr, and Paul McCartney once upon a time. But maybe not. But looking good over there. Have to imagine these two might be in the future for us. Then on the side, there's old Ganesha playing around there. This is his parents, I think. Isn't that how it goes? It probably tells back in here as well. I'm not going to read it all. That's what we're going to do. But looking very good in the packaging here. Horseman logo at the bottom. Let the light in at the top. Just a fabulous packaging design on this one right here. However, going to have to take this offline. Get Ganesha out of the package, and we'll be back talking all things figure obscura. All right, we got Ganesha out of the package here, and as usual with the Mythic Legion, Store Horseman, Four Horsemen, figure obscura, Cosmic Legions, you name it. We got a lot of accessories to dive into. So let's begin. Let's start it off. And we do, as usual, get a nice little booklet. Gives a little bit of the history of the character of Ganesha. So you get to hear the whole story, everything like that. So you can read through this. I'm not going to read all this to you. I'll flip through it later, of course, as well. But always like they put this in for a little deeper dive into the story, if that is needed, of course. Now, diving into some of the stuff here, we get tons and tons of bracelets, bangles, what do you call them? I don't know. But we also have necklaces as well. So you get a little necklace, a big necklace. You get all these different bracelets you can use up and down the arms, whatever you want to do, around the wrist, around the ankles. Choose your own adventure. We get tons and tons of that kind of stuff right here. So much so it got its own baggie full. So a lot of that going on. Choose your own adventure, of course. Now, we do get 2 extra arms. If you want 2 arms, you want 4 arms. And you know what I say? 4 arms better than 2. So we're going to go with that. So we do get 2 extra hands over here for him, or 2 extra arms with hands as well. So you just got gripping hands out of the package, got a little hi-ya hand here. Looks like we can hold on to something on this one, up right in there. So you can hold on to this bowl if you want to. Not sure exactly what is in this bowl. It almost looks like garlic, but I don't know if that's what that's supposed to be. But we do get this bowl. We have that. It does fit into this hand to be able to hold it very nicely. Very cool to see that on there. So I like that. But we got 2 extra arms. Use them or lose them. Choose your own adventure, of course. Now, extra hands here. We do get 2 karate chopping hands here, if need be. You got the 2 splayed out hands. Nice elephant skin tone color of gray. And then we do get a gripping hand here. So we got that going on as well. 3 total gripping hands, 4 total gripping hands, 3 total chopping hands, holding hands. So that's your hands with this. You get an extra elephant trunk right here. Not too bad right there for spraying all of his enemies, maybe. But it is a nice trunk here. You got a little bit of that paint on there in red. Same thing we see over here, but you can choose your own trunk adventure. You want a more traditional straight up trunk or you want one off to the side. You get both options with this one, so we do appreciate that, of course. We do get 1 weapon. 1 weapon, it's just a nice golden axe. Very, very ornate right here, looking very good in the goldish color. A little bit of silver in there, but very, very ornate. A very cool looking axe here along the way. We do get some fruit, and these are pretty fun accessories. We can use other things, other toy lines, your turtle line. You can use it with your G.I. Joes, your Marvel Legends, whatever you want to do. You do get a thing of bananas. Of course, going back to being a kid is working in the grocery store. 4011 was the lookup number for bananas, if I'm not mistaken. Apples, there was a lot of different lookup numbers. 4050, I remember being a big one once upon a time. Looking good over here. So you get 3 apples. And then last but certainly not least, you get a plate of grapes. And grapes, 4090 was the lookup number once upon a time. It's weird how those numbers stay in your head all these years later. But you do get some vegetables going on here, if that is your thing. But nice little accessories to be thrown in there. We do get this, a little bit of a thing he holds. I'm not exactly sure. I guess it's his tusk, and I think he lost one of his tusks, so I don't know if that's exactly what this is supposed to be. Kind of looks that way, but a nice little charm. Got the golden on it. Looking good. A very deep cut one here for somebody like me. Obviously, if you're into the faith over here, if you're following Ganesha, if you're over in India or something, you're probably understanding this a little bit more than I am, just by osmosis, if anything else alone there. Now we do get a back plug in here. I guess I don't know what you call this as well, but you plug it in G.I. Joe style into his backpack. A nice little ring here. Once again, very ornate. That is the theme of this. Very ornate across the board. Looking very good here as well. Plug that into his back if you want to. We do get a little helmet for him. This is quite the helmet action here. Almost looks like a building on the top there. Looking good. Some jewels in the front, some beads. Once again, the word of the day, ornate, and that's what we have right here. Looking very, very nice. Put that on him. And really, of course, we do know there'll be a retailer version of this in the future. There's enough meat on the bone here to almost make 2 totally separate versions of the same character with the upcoming one that we'll get, I don't know, a year from now. What is time once again? We do get a little bit of a strap over the top. I think that's where that goes. I think this goes over his body and he kind of wears it over here. Once again, ornate, the theme of the day, of course. Take a shot every time we have to say ornate, but looking good here. A little bit pliable, bendable as well. A lot of accessories to dive into. We do get a little stool, and gosh, this is a lot heavier than I anticipated it to be. Nice little stool for him to sit on as well. All kinds of decor on there. Very, very nice. Very fitting for a regal guy like him, a deity, of course. And then last but certainly not least, of course, a rat. I know a thing or two about rats, as you guys do know, but we got a nice rat here. Once again, another one of those ones you can put with your turtles. Put him with anybody you want to. You can do that with that rat. But now we're finally diving into Ganesha right here. Ganesha, you know what I mean. But he is an elephant like the Oakland elephant once upon a time. Very, very cool. Big elephant head going on. You got 1 tusk, and then you got 1 tusk that unfortunately has been broken off. Now, the tusks are removable if that is your thing. If you want to remove the tusks for whatever reason, they will come out. At least that one will. Yep, they both will come out like pulling a tooth. What it felt like. But those are removable if you want them to be. So choose your own adventure. Once again, we talked about the articulation on the trunk. You can have it, move it back and forth, or you can replace it with this one if that is a need for you. We do get articulation on the ears, those big old floppy elephant ears, of course. Beautiful eyes back in there. I mean, if somebody hands you this head, you know this is an elephant. There's no mistaking it for anything else. You do got the green and gold attack. Once again, Oakland A's colors going on here on the nice wired scarf around the neck. So did a little more ornate to him. And then he's got all those kind of necklaces. Once again, jewels and beads, you name it, mixed in there. Very, very cool looking. All the way down to the belt down here as well. He's going to defend that all over the world if he needs to. And then you got like genie pants. That's what they remind me of course, first off. You got the big puffy pants here, like a young MC Hammer. Please, Hammer, don't hurt him, of course. Even some more bangles down here on the ankles looking good. And he's got very human-like feet on here with the 5 toes as well. Very cool coloring on these pants. Very cool coloring throughout. I love the gray skin tone on this. Very elephant-like, of course. And then on the back, you can see the spot where you can plug the extra arms in if that is your thing. And then you also got a spot back here to plug in this big hoop deal going on. So if you want that on there, I'm going to put as many accessories as I can on this guy. Once again, we got all those bangles and bracelets, all that kind of stuff. You can flip those all over the arm if you want to. A lot of room for that kind of stuff here. A big figure as well, not a little guy. This is a bigger figure in the Legions line. Usually we get a little bit smaller figures, but we do get our big ogre scale, troll scale, stuff like that. Horses, you name it. This one a little bit different, of course, but a little bit bigger, a little bit meatier, a little bit heavier figure as well. I'm here for that. Now, his articulation, we talked about the ears and trunk. We also get the head back and forth, side to side. Now, you can pop this head off, use it on a different body, use it, lose it, do whatever you want, put a different head on here. Once again, you can always choose your adventure with this toy line, we do know. Arms all the way around for us. No bicep cut here. Single jointed elbow. Hands back and forth, side to side. Hula hoop. Oh my gosh, not really a whole lot going on the waist. Nothing really going on. A little bit of leg movement there. Single jointed knee, once again, a little side to side at that. Ankles up and down, back and forth. So our usual Legion articulation, not super intricate as far as the articulation goes. Not super articulation Spider-Man or anything like that. And he should fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand using discount code Kyle to save 10%. Ooh, I don't know. Doesn't look like he's going to fit. I'm going to have to work it in there. I might have to work his whole game a little bit. It's pretty tight. It's pretty tight for an elephant, so it doesn't look like he wants to fit on that for sure. But man, oh man, quite the figure. One of those figures that's going to catch your eye if you have him on display. Obviously, a lot of reading to do in this book if you want to catch up with everything he's up to. I do not know enough of the story to be dangerous at all. I think like his mom, they chopped the head off of the little boy or something. They found an animal and they put the elephant was the first one. They put that head on there. It gets a little confusing for me, but I try to go back to the old mental Rolodex of the good old days, college, of course, but I don't know. It's an interesting one for sure. Obviously, you can use it for what it is, Ganesha, but you can also turn him into an elephant in your fig fed, mix him around like that, do stuff like that if you want to. It truly is a choose-your-own-adventure toy line. We all understand that by now. In the old Mythic, Cosmic Legions, Figure Obscura, you name it, all can be part swap back and forth, which is always fun as well for customizers. But this isn't the first time we got an elephant from the Horseman. One of my all-time favorite figures goes back to our friend Todd McFarlane from The Couch. And one of his figures back in the day, it is Poacher, a big beast of an elephant ready to take on all comers, of course. About the same size right here, but this one feels bigger and badder for some reason for me. This one feels a little bit more friendly. Friendly? Sure, why not? But it is another elephant we've got from the Horseman crew, of course, over the years. So constant learning, constant improvement. Change is constant. It's an ever constant thing, as we know. But looking pretty cool, all things together. Starting my elephant figure fed, I guess, is what we're starting right here. But what do you think about this Figure Obscura? You picked this one up? Long game? Missed out? Past game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And while you're here, don't forget to thumbs up the video, subscribe to this channel and my other YouTube channel. Check out my brand new podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, every single Tuesday, wherever audio podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube, Patreon, YouTube channel memberships if you want more access to both channels and early videos. Check that out, of course, as well. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. If you want to hit me up for one of my books, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers, available right now, and you can order a copy from me, as well as Amazon, Barnes & Noble hardcover and softcover edition. So for the latest and greatest in the Figure Obscura line, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?